Hey, I know it says that there's like 3 minutes to go on the countdown, but I couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait. I see some people in the chat. I jump on. I may as well take advantage of the early arrivals and have a little bit of a chit chat. Shack of Hearts there, ahoy. Gamer Mel, ahoy. And the James, Jason Bourne, ahoy. How's everybody doing? Oh, wow. A terminology used quite frequently within sports is sitting on the fence. There is a follow-up to that statement, by the way. I didn't mean to say that and just go quiet. There is a follow-up statement. I was on the fence about tonight. This is one of those games. This is either going to be really, really close, blockbuster of an affair, or the Panthers are going to win by at least 30 points. I'm still leaning towards the Panthers winning by at least 30 points, but we'll see. I don't think that the outs... I don't think the outs that they have are going to make it all that close. You know, they actually went from $1.05 favourites at the bookies as soon as those injuries were announced, and Jarome Luai's out, Mitch Kenny is out, and the Panthers just, I mean, they just exploded out to $1.15. Hey, if I were on the ball quick enough, I would have been able to make a cheeky little profit off a trade, and it would have been a really little profit. Honestly, yeah, that was crazy, crazy stuff. Anyways, welcome along. It's nice to have you all here. Wasted World of Sports. We have the usual suspects. Before I do the shout-outs for the All-Stars there, let me just hide that for a moment, and we'll check out the leaderboard, which just so happens to not be there. Jason Bourne says, after last week's failure with the Knights-Dolphins game, I'm going Panthers. Bobsy, ahoy there. Leaderboard. I'll make sure it's the right leaderboard as well before I make a fool into myself and open it up. Oh, Gamer Mel, say it isn't so. I haven't even had a chance to announce it yet, Gamer Mel. I haven't even had a chance to announce it, and look at you. Oh. See, Gamer Mel, that is impressive. I haven't even had to say anything yet. And there she is, already joining the brand new first night in existence channel memberships. There is the All-Stars VIP already. And Mr. Ed's dead as well. By the way, Mr. Ed's dead. Hang on, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. Let's quickly do this first, because I'm already halfway through. Although you wouldn't bloody know it the way that I'm going. I do apologize. It was I was on the fence tonight about streaming this game, so that's why I'm so disorganized. Like I'm organized in general to begin with. So there we go. Regular culprits. We can see business as usual going on there at the top of the Wasted World of Sports leaderboard. Vobsy at the top once more. Jason Bourne chasing him down in second spot. Shack of Hearts there in third. Will, Michelle, and then the Viking King rounding out the top six. Viking King, ahoy there, by the way. Okay, so that's the boring old school leaderboard, which Vobsy dominated so much we had to create. No, I'm only joking. We haven't created this brand new just because of Vobsy's utter domination. we have created this because we actually can now. Channel memberships. So this is a great little segue. Gamer Mel jumping the gun, but a very much appreciated jumping of the gun there, Gamer Mel. Channel memberships are now active. So Gamer Mel was already part of the Wasted Water Sports All-Stars, but definitely I think she gets the captaincy now. It has to be her or Mr. Ed's Dead. Mr. Ed's Dead, a member on the Patreon. So it has to be one of the two. Wasted Water Sports All-Stars. But yes, thank you everyone there in the All-Star squad for your super chat donations. This channel has not been monetized very long. And so well, as I always say, not expected, but very much appreciated. And Gamer Mel was a channel member on Intoxigamer for a little while there, if I do remember correctly. And now, realizing that I don't really do Intoxigamer anymore, has jumped on over to the Wasted World of Sports. So thank you very much for that. Heel Fries, ahoy there. How are you, mate? Zoe Plays, ahoy. And UFC Only Fams, ahoy. Welcome along. Very good to see you all. As I was saying, yes, I was so on the fence about this game. This game could go, state the obvious, it could go one of two ways. The Panthers are either going to win this in an absolute schmozzling, or it could be closer than we anticipate. Gaming with Braden, ahoy there, mate. Are you streaming Sunday? What games are on Sunday? Hey, actually, I'll tell you something that is coming up. Debuting next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is going to be a free-for-all. We're just going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes next Wednesday night, live, probably around, I'll say around somewhere between 6:30 and 7 o'clock, somewhere around that range. It'll be the first ever Generations vodcast that I'll be doing, myself and the Intoxi Dad, side by side, father and son, collaborating for essentially, well, the first time ever as a duo. He's obviously been on the streams before, but for the first time ever as a duo, Dan and the Intoxi Dad, Generations vodcast, our pilot episode coming up next week. So yeah, we'll be doing that live for everybody on the YouTube next Wednesday. So I need to be proactive and actually set that up so that if you're interested in checking that out, we're just going to be talking, generations, old school footy, this generation footy, a whole lot of bollocks. There'll be some growing up stories of Dad and I and sports from back in my childhood. So it should be a good time. So keep an eye out on that for those who are interested. Okay, so what have we got coming up this weekend so that we can finally answer Gaming with Braden's question? Because poor little fella's probably sitting there tearing his hair out, and he's way too young to be losing his hair. He hasn't reached this kind of age yet, where losing your hair is quite natural. But I do digress. As we get closer to kickoff, the teams are just about to run out onto the field. Oh my God, we've spent a lot of time bollocksing about tonight, haven't we? All right, so tomorrow night's definitely on. Tomorrow night absolutely is on. Both games, Friday night. Saturday, yeah, Saturday, I don't know, we'll see. Sunday, that Storm Raiders game could be interesting. Just quietly. Storm Raiders could very well be an intriguing contest. The Raiders might very well be essentially playing for their season. Dan Jam, ahoy there, mate. How are you doing? We are getting excited for the Rugby World Cup. That is coming up sooner than I anticipated, to be perfectly honest, Dan Jam. I'm going to be absolutely torn. There is a very strong possibility that the All Blacks are playing Ireland in the quarterfinals of the Rugby World Cup. Going to be crazy. I'll be torn in that game because I've always had such a soft spot for Ireland. So that could be a blockbuster, the Rugby World Cup quarterfinals. But I'll be covering as much as I can right here on the Wasted World of Sports. Let's get ready, though, to get this game underway. Penrith Panthers and Manly Sea Eagles. I can't see anything but a Panthers victory happening here. And it is the Pink Panthers getting us underway. Okay, I do need to... Okay, I do need to close. Yes. Okay, so much better. Over to the game we go. All right, so yes, thank you so much once again. Before this game really gets underway properly, Gamer Mel, the very first YouTube channel member. Thank you so much for that, Gamer Mel. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. As Manly get through their first set, and I truly mean that, Gamer Mel. You've supported basically every YouTube channel I've had as long as we've known each other. I mean, that's very rare. It's very rare to find somebody like that. So, all right, I should stop talking you up now, shouldn't I? Manly get through their first set. That's what they needed to do first up, for sure. They've got to take this game in baby steps. Small targets that they need to try and hit throughout the course of this contest. And I dare say that scoring the first try would... scoring the first try would be good as well. McKid King, ahoy! McKid King says... oh, I hope I'm not saying anything naughty. McKid King says, Gatpla Nayat Bro. I have no idea if I'm even saying that correctly. Yes, Gatpla. Vobsy says, wait, where is this game? I forgot to do my tips. You're trying to come last anyway, aren't you, Vobsy? But yes, Penrith are the away team. Manly, though, are up over halfway, and they have got first use of the ball in opposition territory. They're 30 out here, fifth and last. Schuster is on the left. He puts a horrible kick in, and that's going to go way too deep over the dead ball line. And Schuster continues his extremely hot and cold form throughout 2023. That was an absolute nothing kick. They did all the hard work, got the field position, and just a nothing kick at the end of it. And Dan Jam says, sounds Klingon to me. No, I don't think it sounded Klingon, but it was definitely something I had no confidence in saying. McKid King says, good night in PNG. Ah, fantastic. Hey, here's the question, because we do, and I do apologise to be so distracted from calling the game, but nothing's really happening at the moment, except for there, a 6 again for the Panthers, and now they are red hot on attack. And you just get the feeling that the Penrith Panthers this season, if they manage to get first points on you, that is pretty much game, set, and match right there. We'll see what they can come up with. Isaiah Yeo charging forward. They're just 25 out now on tackle 3. And if this sets the tone for the match as Crichton puts Taruva on the outside in space, but he has to step back infield. And they should shut this down. Big defense there from Holy Moly. It was such big defense, he knocked the snot out of himself. He had to clear his nose after that. Fifth and last, Panthers, 10 out. Yo, feeds Cleary. Cleary looks for the short ball. It's been intercepted. Schuster's away. No way does he have the pace. Big Schuster. He's going to kick. Oh, that was foolish. What a great big goof. He didn't have the pace to go on his own. Oh, kicking the ball was not the option there. You can't believe what you've just seen. Oh, my God. What a great big galoot. Oh, Game of Mel, we need to add that to your emojis. Channel members can use custom emojis as the Panthers get a penalty here. I can't believe we need a goof emoji. All I've done at the moment is ahoy and Falcor. Alara/Falcor. We need one for goof. We need one for take the two. Yeah, we need some custom emojis there for channel members. Oh, I can't believe that. Why would you kick in that situation? Easy for me to stand here and say, not out there involved in the game. I completely understand. Very easy for me to stand here and say it, but geez, that was a bad decision. Penrith now, on the back of that, find themselves 20 out once again. They get to have another shot. I dare say that Cleary's not going to feed that pass out the back again. That's straight in the bank. Liam Martin this time, they get it right. Manly defend well though. Fifth and last. 10 out. Cleary. A great kick. Crichton taps it backwards. And now the big giraffe Saab is away. Geez, they're getting some space off these loose balls. Loose balls. They're getting some space though. Manly. It's scrappy out the back. Saab does well to clean up there for Manly. Shack of Hearts, 100% with him. Now a cutout ball. We'll put Manly in space again. Oh, he looks like he's running on quicksand there, the winger. Vaega. He was getting those legs pumping, but he seemed to be going nowhere. It was all effort, no substance there, the poor fella. And now, Stephen Crichton, the intercept king. This is how it's done, Schuster. And Crichton, oh, he's in second gear. Stephen Crichton showing Manly how intercepts are done. Didn't see him kick the ball. No, he never got out of second gear. And he cruises over to score first for the Panthers. And my God, what a frantic start to this game. An amazing... And it's Cherry Evans this time, throwing the intercept. Because, you know, Cherry Evans says, anything you can do, I can do better. And he certainly threw a much better intercept pass than Nathan Cleary on this occasion. Although, probably not one that he really wants for the record books. And, just quietly, it would have been nice if he'd done that a few times during State of Origin as well. But let's not bring up State of Origin. And there we go. That is indeed how it's done. As easy as that. Stephen Crichton, though, very, very experienced at intercepts, isn't he? There is a short on the channel. Stephen Crichton's intercept for Samoa, winning the game against England. If you haven't checked it out, do feel free to do so. Shorts on the channel, I get around to them whenever I get around to them. Some of them seem to go well, some of them not so much. No surprise, though, that the most popular, by a long way, the most popular shorts on Wasted World of Sports are the Cameron Munster putting his balls in Nick Meaney's face and James Tedesco getting dacked. No surprise. So, yes, if you haven't done so already, do feel free to check out the shorts on the Wasted World of Sports channel. as the conversion is successful from right beside the posts, and Penrith are up 6-0, and I dare say that's probably the game. Vopsy says most of the Teddy views are me, and me too. So, what, 70% you, 30% me, you reckon? Or maybe the other way around. Maybe 70% me, 30% you. It's just been me alone in the house hitting repeat. That's actually never happened. Penrith now with their first set after points. What can they come up with? Oh yeah, that's a thing. That's a topic of conversation. Apparently there has finally been an agreement reached, and the whole player strike or the threat, they never actually had a strike, but the media ban. The player media ban is apparently finally over. It's on the brink of being over. And they can stop hiding the NRL logo on all their jerseys and whatnot. Solid set after points here for the Panthers as they lead 6-0. Manly trying to bring it out of territory. Oh, wow. Raymond Vaega, he has such an intense running style. Number 5 for Manly. Keep an eye on him. And a very intense running style. Muhammad Harris Balok, ahoy. How are you there, mate? Welcome back. I'm fairly sure you've been here before. I recognise the name. McKid King says, game over. Tell the ref to call off the game because the Panthers won already. We're watching a replay. 5th and last, Cherry Evans from halfway puts it in straight down the throat of Dylan Edwards, who, as you would expect, perfectly positioned. If he's not the best fullback in the game, he's got to be very, very bloody close. No, heel fries. I actually missed SummerSlam. I've been meaning to message Ricky G. Poor old Rick. We were all lined up. We were all organised. We were going to do a SummerSlam stream. And then old Muggins here decides he's going to have a bloody night out on the town with Party Jesus. And I appreciate if you're not part of the Wasted World of Sports, you probably don't know Party Jesus. But Party Jesus, a good friend of mine, a big part of the Intoxigamer live streams. So anyways, Muggins here has decided to have a night out with the Party Jesus. And yeah, let's just say night turned into pretty much the next day. And we were still out. It was something like 4 or 5 a.m. when we finally traipsed home. And yeah, with SummerSlam starting pretty soon after I was just arriving back, it was hiding to nothing. The fact that I was actually going to be ready on time. And yes, unfortunately, as Manly start to spread the ball wide out of their own territory and Schuster is swamped. So yeah, we kind of didn't get around to it. I have been meaning to message him because... Oh, he's lost the ball, Schuster, in the tackle. It's just the basics. At the end of the day, isn't it? It's just basics. Rugby league, at the end of the day, can be, should be, would be a very simple game. You just hold on to the ball, you make your tackles, you take advantage of your opportunities. And here's another opportunity for Penrith to extend their lead, a full set of 6. A full set of 6, well and truly in attacking range. McKid King says, can you give us your weather condition here in PNG as dry season? Well, we're just about, it's very rainy here. Yeah, we're about to leave winter. A very, very wet winter and go into spring. But it's been kind of cold more than it's been hot, and it's been very rainy over the past month or so. 6 again, ruck infringement here for the Panthers. They're 10 out from Manly's line. They're just so well drilled, the Penrith Panthers. Dan Jam says, I don't think we've ever had a dry season here. Oh, the pass out. Has it been touched by Manly? Is it 6 again? Something has happened there. If it's not 6 again, it's got to be a knock-on. And Penrith. Oh, you don't see that very often. A mistake from set play. Ah, yes, indeed. A very simple drop ball there. Who was that? Oh, it's been such a great year as well of, and I don't know why I'm leading into this, but it's been such a great year of stand-up comedy here in Brisbane, Australia. We've seen some fantastic shows. One of my all-time personal favourites, Ross Noble. There is no such thing as seeing Ross Noble too much. Honestly, I think his last tour here throughout Queensland, all in driving distance. I think I went and saw him 3 times in the space of a week and a half. Fantastic stuff. More recently, went and saw Jamoan. Jamoan is just the sort of character. Oh, as Manly stretch it wide now, beating the defense of To'o, but they can't make it pay. 5th and last, Manly. Cherry Evans, I don't know what the hell that kick was. That was one of the worst kicks of Cherry Evans' career. And Edwards fields it at the back with no issue whatsoever. The thing I love about Jamoan now is that he just does not give a bollocks anymore. And he says as much. One of the very first things he said when he walked out on stage is, I actually have nothing prepared. Because I don't need to prepare anything anymore. I'm just going to stand here and talk bollocks. I'm like, I appreciate that. That's what I do each and every night here on the Wasted Water Sports. I don't have anything prepared. I just put the camera on and I'm like, time to talk some utter bollocks. I totally understand, Jamoan. I totally understand. Not entirely sure how I got onto that subject, but anyway, Manly get a penalty here. Ruben Garrick is held down a little bit too long in what was a dominant tackle, and Isaiah Yeo just a little bit slow there to retreat from the ruck area. Manly, they're just hanging on in there, but I mean, geez, it's all Penrith, isn't it? It really is. Dan Jam says, I've started watching some stuff by an Aussie puppet called Randy Feltface. Okay. That sounds interesting. I must admit, no idea. But I might have to check that out. That sounds intriguing. Manly off the back of the penalty, still inside their own half, but that's a good charge. Just up over halfway now on tackle 3. Gerbo feeds Cherry Evans out the back. Garrick is up in the line and he's chopped down in a great legs tackle by Crichton. Cherry Evans from dummy half. That's not going to do any good. Back to Croker in midfield. 5th and last, Manly seem to have no idea how to break this Penrith defence. Cherry Evans, the kick in behind. That's a better kick from Cherry Evans. He gets the bounce. That's what they need to do. Dylan Edwards secures the ball, but they get a repeat set here potentially. That is a much better kick from Cherry Evans. Oh, he must have been filthy in himself over that last effort. That is much, much better. Oh, they've gone short and looked for the sideline there, Penrith. That's interesting. All the different short dropout techniques. Penrith not looking to contest the ball, keeping it low and flat and straight for the sideline. which makes a lot more sense to me, in all honesty. If you're going to go short, that makes more sense to me. Holy moly, Ola Kawatu takes a big run. 6 again. Set restart. They're inside the Panthers 10. Can they strike back and make this game just a little teensy bit interesting? Crash ball. Crash ball. Oh, I was about to say the crash ball is probably not going to do it. But somehow, Sipley has found a way to ground the ball. The most basic of plays, where I thought absolutely nothing was on. 1 out crash ball to the right of the post. And Sipley has found a way to go through 3, 4, 5, essentially. 5 Panthers defenders. 2 of them were a bit iffy. 2 of them were just sort of lurking on the edge. But to get over and put that ball down out of nothing, Manly are back in it. Oh, and suddenly we've got a little bit of interest in this game. As the try is confirmed, we're about to be locked up at 6-all. Penrith have had all the run of play, and they've failed to put this game away. Absolutely nothing on there. I mean, Penrith were way more than numbered up. It was 5-on-1 right there. 5-on-1. And that big son of a bitch still finds a way to get the ball down over the try line. Impressive stuff. And this is a very simple conversion for Ruben Garrick. Over it goes, 6 points all. So, McKid King, going back to an earlier conversation where you said good night in PNG. Wasted World of Sports here. My other channels, including Toxic Gamer. Obviously, big drinker. I'm curious, for those of us who drink, cheers. Cheers is a very common statement. Is there something in the PNG language? What's your version of cheers, I guess, is what I'm asking. How do I say cheers to my PNG friends, of which there are many that come and join us here in the Wasted World of Sports live chat? Vobsy says Dylan Napa is coming off the bench for the Chooks this week. Roosters to win 104-2. Isn't that what you used to say about Matt Lodge, though? Oh, imagine Matt Lodge, Dylan Napa, double act. I'm imagining it. I'm also imagining the occasional 13-on-11 in that scenario. As Manly shift the ball as far as Schuster. Oh, they're all over Schuster tonight. They are shutting him down big time. 5th and last, the kick straight down the throat of Taruva. Shack of Heart says, league is like a way of life in PNG, isn't it? It absolutely is. I mean, Papua New Guinea won the Hearts, as long as I can remember. And maybe this is something that the Generations vodcast with my dad, maybe this is something we can discuss at some point, is the early times of PNG in Australian Rugby League. Because my earliest memory of PNG in Australian Rugby League is when they used to have the annual Sevens tournament. And PNG in Sevens would bring the flair. Like they would do the flip whenever they scored tries. They would flip and plant the ball down all in the same motion. And they won the hearts of the Australian fans with their flair. Now, at the time, they weren't, honestly, no disrespect intended, they weren't very good at the 13-man version of the game. But in Sevens, they were immense. It's very similar to Fiji in the rugby, Dan Jam. Very, very similar, because Fiji are rugby Sevens kings. Put them in a 15-man game, and forward play has to factor into it as well. a little bit out of their depth. Fifth and last, Manly failing to gain over 30 metres again, and the kick from way inside their own territory. Edwards can return up towards halfway. Panthers might not be happy about this 6-all scoreline. You just get the feeling they've clicked up a gear. Taruva charging onto the ball. Tackle 3, 30 out from Manly's line. They are just dominating field position now. Once again, they are really not happy about leaking that try, I dare say. To the left they go. Cleary dummies. Tries to go on his own, and he's caught. Fifth and last. Who's going to take the kick? They go to Cogger on the left. Now Stephen Crichton puts the kick through. Chasing well is Taruva. Crichton follows up, and Garrick has done extremely well to stay in the field of play. Extremely well. But now Manly, they've got to look up. It's such a long way to go. Tackle 2. They're only 5 out from their own line. An extremely risky wide cutout pass across the face of their own goal line. Manly. Now they're shifting, but nothing doing. Penrith well and truly lined up for that. Fifth and last, Manly 20 out from their own line. Cherry Evans will be kicking this ball. He finds space. He gets a great bounce. Gets in behind Dylan Edwards. And that is actually a great result for Manly if they can shut Edwards down, and they finally do. That was actually the best possible result from how far upfield. A penalty to Manly. A penalty against the attacking team. A penalty against the attacking team. Stephen Crichton had failed to retreat behind the play of the ball and then got involved in the play. Crichton offside there, failing to retreat. And this is an absolute gift for Manly. A gift that they must take. They simply must take this and put themselves ahead in this game. Unbelievably so. They're now 10 out from the line on tackle 2. What a turnaround. That's the sort of thing. That is the sort of thing. It's going to take moments like that during the final series, in my opinion. If anybody's going to knock off Penrith, it will be a moment like this. Manly need to strike. They need to signal their intent and strike here. Cherry Evans, short ball. A big juggling act there from Trebojevic. It's the fifth and last. Short ball to Ruben Garrick. Can he reach up and plant it down? They're claiming it, but hey, we've seen some fullbacks call some porky pies before. Ruben Garrick, his teammates seem happier than he does. Let's have a look at the replay. That looks pretty solid to me. That looks pretty solid to me. The ball planted down. Ruben Garrick. Manly, with 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go until halftime, have been on the receiving end of complete and total territorial domination, and they are in front here. I can't believe I'm even saying those words. Manly are 10 points to 6 ahead. Kick to come. What has happened there? Penrith Panthers, the system has broken down. Shack of Heart says that all came off the penalty conceded by the Panthers. 100%. 100%, and that's what I'm saying, Shack of Hearts. It is going to take a moment like that during the finals. A moment like that in a tense finals game could be the undoing of the Panthers this year. Probably the only chance of their undoing. As Ruben Garrick, it looked like it was going to hook away, but it stays inside the left-hand upright. And Manly are up 12 points to 6. No bets tonight, Game ML. No bets tonight. I didn't have the time. As soon as work finished today, the very first thing I did was go and have a nap. Because I'm getting old and I need my naps. This isn't Intoxigame as 6 years ago when I can do like 8-hour streams. So I'm like work, sleep. And by the time I finally woke up, I only just got this stream done on time, let alone putting bets on. But hopefully I'm a bit more proactive for tomorrow night and we'll have a couple of multis on for us all to enjoy. McKit King says, what's your job? So I'm a graphic designer / web developer. Cherry Evans looking for the offload. Oh, big Aaron Woods is on the field. The Wooden Lodge. He's on the field and he's made an immediate impact through that middle. And Manly, fifth and last, have just gone about 60 metres upfield. On the blind side, Garrick puts a low kick in. That seems to be a little bit of a tactic. But it's not going to cause a player the calibre of Dylan Edwards any issues at all. It seems to be something they're obviously going towards, though. They just haven't always executed. Fobsy says he's Lodge playing tonight. I don't think he is. I just like to say the name. Cleary from inside the 40. Oh, he's made a mess of this at the back. Has Vega. They get away with it though, Manly. Now it's some expansive play in front of their post again. Vopsy says if Lodge is play... Hang on, I've got the team sheet right in front of me. I should just go down to the reserves and... No Matt Lodge. I feel like he left, didn't he? I don't know, I could be wrong. No, okay. He left and went to the... Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I'm all caught up inside my own brain. It just takes me a while sometimes. Dylan Edwards, Mr. Reliable at the back again. Takes it in with no issue. But the Panthers, starting from probably the worst field position I can remember them being all night. And that's got to be well, maybe not concerning for a team like the Panthers, but I mean, that would be concerning if I were watching the Sharks tonight. They've been dominating, but they're behind on the scoreboard. You don't see that very often. You know who... No, actually, Shack of Hearts, you know who the number 5 for Manly reminds me of? And this might be a little bit harsh, a little bit unfair, as Cleary puts it high. Speaking of Manly's number 5, and this might be a result. No, it's been tapped backwards. No touch. Manly come down with the ball. Does anyone remember that there was a Flash game that came out, and it was all the rage for... It was the flavor of the month for a little while. Ooh, geez, I can't even place a year on it. But it was called QWOP, QWOP. And the whole concept of QWOP was you had to make this Olympic sprinter run the race using only the QWOP buttons. Sometimes you would get in scenarios where his knees were like all the way up to his chin. That's all I'm saying. That's what that reminds me of. Taruva chops back in field. Now, McKid King, you were saying something earlier about PNG being concerned about the future of Justin Olam. I never would have imagined in a million years that Melbourne would put Justin Olam on the market. I am stunned at that. David, ahoy there, mate. How you doing, David Tewakara? David says, far out. Didn't see that one coming. Bloody hell, Manly are going to get a hiding. Well, the night is still young. Fifth and last for the Panthers, and they are chopped down right in front of Manly's try line, and it will be a handover. The defence holds firm. And they're well up for this one, Manly. 7 minutes to go till the break. McKid King says, how many high school students playing in NRL? Probably a lot. Oh, the big giraffe sub is away. Beats the first up tackle. Oh, but what a, just a pure technique. Pure technique. Dylan Edwards around the waist, sliding down the legs. Oh, it sounds so sensual, but he did it amazing. The early kick now. And Quap. I'm going to call him Quap now for the rest of the stream. Fifth and last, Manly have come away with the ball somehow off that kick. They're 10 out from the line. Could they possibly go ahead by even more? Cherry Evans dummies. He's caught. He gets the ball away to Garrick. Garrick puts a loopy little kick in behind the line, and Taruva will dive on it for the Panthers. And they are just slowly but surely getting pushed into their... Oh, that's a relieving penalty. Never mind. I hadn't even finished my sentence. And Manly have now given away a penalty. And Penrith can clear their own territory. This has been an incredibly fast-paced contest that we've seen so far tonight. And I love the fact that it has actually been a contest thus far. You just get the feeling, though, Penrith are that sort of team at the moment. That sort of team. They're so far ahead of everybody. They might have an off night. McKid King says KWAP is swearing word in PNG. No, I'm saying Q. QWOP. Quap. Completely different thing. I assure you. Oh, Yo puts the short ball to Leota. Leota was through the gap. He just needed to hold on to it. And big Moses Leota probably would have scored right beside the posts. But he spills his beans. Oh, he might have been chopped down, but it was on there for the Panthers. Isaiah Yo, the double pump. No, don't need to apologise. It's not your fault. I'm just saying that was the name of a game. That was the name of a game back in the day. Absolutely no need to apologise at all, McKid King. I'm going to tell you what, though. I appreciate you letting me know that, because if QWOP sounds very similar to a curse word in PNG. So I'm glad you let me know. No, absolutely no need to apologise at all. The last 4 minutes here of this first half, and Manly, can you believe it, have the lead. 12 points to 6. I mean, they are honestly doing everything that they need to do, apart from scoring first. I'm pretty sure I said at the top of the stream that they probably needed to score the first try. Well, it turns out that they probably haven't had to. Leota holds on to the ball this time. Oh, if he just holds that ball last time. Now they go left. The Panthers. 40 out from Manly's line on tackle 4. Isaiah Yeo backs into the defence. Another good charge. Fifth and last it is. Cleary from 30 out. Puts it high. The kick chase is good. There's pressure on. It's lost forward by Manly. It's alive here. It's 6 again and Cleary's kicked it. He gets the ball back somehow. It's another 6 again. Do they realise it's still 6 again, the Panthers? 10 out from the line. Oh, now breaking away from dummy half and firing out to the left where they've got numbers to burn. Stephen Crichton scores his second for the night. We've got a lot to look at here. It's going to go up as a try, but boy, have we got some stuff to look at because that was so messy. I think we may even go as far back and see if Nathan Cleary has dragged this ball forward. Well, we might even pull it back there. Liam Martin's knocked it on. This will be the game. Not the game. Oh, jeez. I'm calling it early. I think that might be the end of the try right there. Liam Martin may have knocked this on. If they're even allowed to go back that far. The replay is going on. The replay is going through to the grounding. This is going to be a try. Oh, surely Liam Martin got hands to that ball in the initial phase. Try's been confirmed. Oh, surely he's got his hands on that. But I guess you can't go back that far. There was a play the ball, right? They can't go back beyond that last play the ball. Oh, we're going to be hearing about that. We will be hearing about that for a little while. Stephen Crichton gets a double. I thought it was a pretty clear knock on by Liam Martin. But then, yeah, there was a play the ball. They can't go back beyond that play the ball. Had they gone back, I think they might have. I would be interested to see a replay of Nathan Cleary regathering the ball in from that first 6 again too, because I thought watching it live, he had dragged it forward towards Manly's goal line in the recovery effort as well. Penrith very lucky to escape. Cleary from the sideline. It's his favourite side on the right-hand boot. Right down the middle it goes. A minute to go till the halftime break. And we are all square again. Jeez, so I want to see... I want to see a couple of replays here of the lead up to this try. But yes, I think that's correct. I think I am speaking correctly when I say the bunker can't go back beyond that last play the ball. Penrith, very lucky to get away with that. Vopsy says they went back for the Titans against the Chooks the other week. There you go. Inconsistency reigns. Oh, here we go. We're inside the last minute. These are the premiership moments. Yo, short ball to Leota. Penrith are going to get an opportunity here to go ahead right before the break. Will they set up a drop goal? No, they want more. They've got numbers out to the left, but throwing a cutout pass was Cogger. Fifth and last. What can they come up with? Where's Cleary? There he is. He's looking drop goal. Nathan Cleary. Oh, it's a shocker. A dead set shocker from Nathan Cleary. And it remains 12-all, and I think that's a fair reflection of the game, in all honesty. It would have been very unjust, in my opinion, if Penrith went in with the lead. And Manly here have got the drop kick away before the siren has sounded. It's gone over the sideline. They will get the restart. Manly will get one last play at this in regulation time of the first half. Oh, no, that's it. They will not. They will not. They will not. 12 all at halftime, and I think that's a real fair reflection of how this game has gone so far. Penrith, for large portions of that, dominated the field position, dominated possession as well. Manly found a way to get ahead. They haven't been able to hold on. Bobsy says refs are consistently inconsistent. Something you just love to see. And I hope that I read it in a fitting, sarcastic tone. Shack of Hearts says that was a bizarre ending to the first half. It certainly was. It's like nobody. This has never happened before. We don't even know what to do. That was quite an odd ending. McKid King says, "What's Australian latest movie?" I don't know. Does anyone in the chat room know? Oh, yeah, probably Barbie. Barbie's the latest movie everywhere, isn't it? Anyway, West to World Sports halftime. I've got to have a quick break, reset the old vocal cords. We'll be back to cover off what we saw in that first half. A quality contest so far. Very surprising. I really did think that it was going to be another annihilation by the Penrith Panthers. But so far, Manly, they're doing well. They're hanging with them. Thank you very much once again. Look, I'm not done for the night. This is just the halftime break, but channel memberships have only been active for a couple of hours. This is the first stream that we've done. The very first stream that we've done here on the Waste of Water Sports since monetization and channel membership has been activated. And Gamer Mel, you are clearly the captain, the VIP of the All-Star squad for joining the Wasted Water Sports channel membership there. So, anyways, I'll bring you up to speed with some of the stuff that's happening with that as well after the break. Halftime here, Manly Seagulls, Penrith Panthers, 12 points all. Can you believe it? Second half action coming up right after this. Figure it out eventually. It's all good. There we go. His ass is hanging out as he makes a break upfield. Stepping back up. Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Cameron Munster's now putting his balls in Nick Meaney's face.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
G'day Bobsy. Well, ahoy Bobsy. This is a message from myself, Fletcher, in the wasted world of sports. Just to let you know, mate, you've won back-to-back VIP titles, another $100 gift card. Got to go collect your first one. $200. Anyway, mate, well done. Congratulations. And ahoy, the Bobsy.
Oh, wow. 12 points all. Really didn't see that coming. Captain Redbeard, ahoy, mate. Oh, speak of the devil. Speaking of All-Stars. Hang on. Speaking of Wasted Water Sports All-Stars, you, my friend, Captain Redbeard, I've added you to the All-Star squad. Because I had absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea at all that you had been on the Patreon. No idea. And I apologize for this because I need to be on top of this sort of stuff. If I've got something like that set up, I need to be all across the fact that it's actually been taken up. So you were never actually you were never actually added to the All-Star squad for the months you were there, part of the Wasted World of Sports Patreon, which of course we now are monetized directly on YouTube. So the Patreon's not really a thing that I need to push anymore. Not that I ever did in the first place. But anyways, thank you. I will keep you there on the All-Star squad to make up for those months that I clearly missed. And that's on me. That's completely my fault. All right, halftime here. I do have to have a quick break. I'll be right back. Oh, geez, I hope not. Probably not from outside.
From 22 and 4 line breaks to 1, so they're playing better football. But the fact that Penrith machine can stay at 12 all with stats like that says that they're playing better. To stay in the contest, but maybe now it's been for me if we continue to control.
Wasted World of Sports. How are we doing? Halftime here. 12 points all. Who saw this coming? I would have loved to have done some cheeky trading here on this game. 12 points all at halftime. To be honest, it's probably not too late. I could jump on and do some trading right now if I wanted to, but no. My attention is here with you, my wasted friends. Captain Redbeard says, all good, mate, no worries, which is in relation to something I said right before I hopped off for the halftime break. Thank you very much for your understanding, mate. But honestly, more than happy to have you back anytime. The membership tier that you joined on Patreon was for once a month co-host. I understand. But back at the time you took out that membership, the Cowboys weren't exactly traveling too well. They're traveling a bit better now, although the past couple of weeks aside, they've got themselves in position. Look, more than happy to refund you the 2 extra months or bring you on for a couple of streams to make up for it. Entirely up to you. You're owed it either way. So you just let me know. Let me know at any stage what you want to do, and we'll sort it out. More than happy to have you back on. You're more than well behaved, from what I can remember. You've got to love that about me. It's always from what I can remember. I'm pretty sure you were pretty well behaved. So yeah, there you go. Look, we owe it to you for the 2 months that went unnoticed, which is totally my bad. So, hey, look, if the Cowboys get into the finals, which they should, feel free to... Or before. Look, we owe you 2. If you want to take those 2, go ahead and reach out to me, mate, and we'll organise it. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. Gamer Mel says it's so hard for me to stay awake anymore. I'm pretty sure Gamer Mel is not here for the second half. I'll tell you what she will be here for, though. She will be here for the Melbourne Storm game. Is that tomorrow? No. Melbourne Storm, Sunday, isn't it? Melbourne Storm's on Sunday. David says, you the bomb. The bomb, brother. Keep it up. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to take a screenshot of that and post it. I love receiving compliments. Who doesn't, right? Cheers, David. Oh, Gamer Mel is still... Gamer Mel is still there. I'm very impressed. Oh, wait a minute. We've got a very special guest. We've got a very special guest about to drop in. Ahoy there. How are you doing? What would you like to contribute to this game tonight? Fair enough. Broncos fans everywhere. I swear. Broncos fans have just come out of the closet everywhere. I still stand by my statement of what are they going to do when they have to leave Queensland. But we'll see. Oh, Jake Trebojevic is fired up in the changing rooms. I've never in my life seen him so angry. Well, it probably wasn't even anger, but he's fired up. Manly come back out onto the field. They're the home team, right? Why are Manly running back out onto the field first? Oh, they're not. Penrith are already out there. David says they have to beat the Knights to get there. To the grand final, you mean? Now, that'd be very intriguing to see. I might not go for the team, but I am a Newcastle boy. Newcastle born. Bobsy says Gerbo playing his Origin game now. Yeah, well, a bit late, Gerbo. As Manly are about to get us underway for this second half. 12 points all at halftime. It's completely against the flow of form, I suppose, is a fair way to say that. The Panthers might not be at complete 100%, but you would still expect that they would have done this game with somewhat ease. Liam Martin, speaking of Origin and Origin caliber forwards. Oh, Liam Martin's been poked in the eye. Liam Martin has been poked in the eye. And it's flaring up. Bring back the biff. Ben Trebojevic is down. Liam Martin was clutching his eye. Maybe we just had a little innocent head clash. Oh, what a turn up this would be. Oh, well, geez. Ben Trebojevic has fallen into the knee of Aaron Woods as he's falling to ground. Liam Martin has copped a high shot from Kohler. Oh, Ben Trebojevic, of all the knees on that footy field, you've happened to smash into Woodsies. Oh, and it's number 14 too, by the way, Dean Madison. I would like to apologise to Tola Kohler. And no surprises here. Ben Trebojevic is going off for a HIA, and he looks very groggy. He will not be back. I'm saying it right now. Judging by him stumbling off the field, it looked like me trying to get home on a Sunday morning. I don't think he's coming back. Penalty to Penrith for the high shot. And they could strike early here in the second half. Moses Leota, full of running since he's come onto the field. But this time he remembered to bring the ball with him, which is very important. Oh, but who hasn't remembered to bring the ball with him? It's Stephen Crichton. And now Saab is in space. And trying to chop down that big giraffe in open space. Very difficult. But Cogger, of all people, has got back and taken him. And very, very sloppy once more for the Panthers. And Manly on a 0 tackle inside Penrith territory. They spread it wide early. Parker is taken in a great one-on-one tackle by To'o. He's very slow to get to his feet. You get the feeling he's hoping for a penalty. Maybe get up and play the ball. Oh, he's hit the back. Okay. I better take that back. To be fair, the back of his head, Brad Parker, that is, has gone smack. And he's going to be off for a HIA now as well. It's all happening out there at the moment. Anthony Seibold in the coach's box. A slight look of concern on his face right now. He knows he's already lost Ben Trebojevic. He's about to lose Brad Parker. And yes, Brad Parker is off for a HIA. And understandable why he's starting to look slightly concerned. Not the greatest of starts to the second half for Manly. Not through skill set or anything, just through mandatory HIAs. They didn't really want replacements, subs that were taken off back on the field. Olakuatu now beats one, beats two. Big holy moly is charging forward still before he's finally brought down. And that's some great go forward here for Manly. 20 out from the line now in midfield on tackle 3. Can they sneak themselves ahead? Cherry Evans inside again. Holy moly, Olukwatu beats the first up tackle again. And he's so close now. 2 meters out from the line on tackle 5. And Cherry Evans spills it. Oh, why can't you do that at Origin, mate? Why are you so good at Origin, but you go and do this at Clubland, you great big goof? That's all we can ask as New South Wales Blues supporters, right? Am I right? Son of a bitch is immense and perfect when he puts a, well, I was going to say when he puts a maroon jersey on, but no. When he puts a Queensland jersey on, oh, suddenly he's a magician. Something about that Queensland jersey, isn't there? Now a big charge forward for the Panthers. Isaiah Yeo, I believe it was. 5th and last. Cleary puts it high. How's the kick chase? It's hanging in the air. And it's knocked back by the Panthers and now knocked on by Hosking. We are talking about Cherry Evans, James Jason Bourne. We are indeed.
So a good result for the Manly side. Just back up to Alangi. Left on the bench. I thought he was terrific at times for the Titans last year. Expected him to jump the Manly and really make a name for himself. But left down the side. Onto the bench tonight.
Now, Manly, they've not been afraid to stretch the ball wide early. Got to give them credit for that. You've kind of got to do some out-of-the-ordinary stuff when you're playing the Panthers and spreading the ball early inside your own territory. They haven't really threatened whenever they've done it, but at least they're trying something a bit different as Woods takes it up over halfway. Now, Gerbo, 40 out from the Panthers line, midfield, right in front of the post. Cherry Evans takes it. Runs down the right-hand side, puts it high into the corner. Taruva stands firm, takes it without any issue whatsoever. Taruva. And Penrith can just start to march out of their own territory. To'o's left his headgear in at the sheds at half-time, which is interesting to note. We've become accustomed to Brian To'o and the headgear, but yeah, he either forgot to bring it back out after half-time, or it's a conscious decision to attack the second half without it. Well, I believe James Jason Bourne. Oh, a kick! A kick! Rugby-like kick. And now Dylan Edwards says bollocks to the kicking. We're going to run it back. He's got support from Crichton. Back inside to Taruva. Taruva goes straight through. And there is nobody in front of him. And boy, will Manly regret that. A kick on tackle 1. They tried to start a kicking duel. And Penrith went, you know what? We're not going to do this. You kicked it back to us. We're just going to make complete and total fools of you. And it's a try under the post for Taruva. And that was just, once again, complete and total stupidity on behalf of Manly. I understand that I was saying they need to do something out of the ordinary, but this is not it. The kick from Cleary straight down the throat. From inside the 20, for some reason, yes, Shack of Hearts, Ruben Garrick, I was just about to say. And Shack of Hearts has beaten me to it in the chat. Ruben Garrick thought for a second he was playing rugby union. The kick from inside the 20 in that scenario would have made complete and total sense if it went closer to the sideline. And then Penrith on the counter-attack have said, thank you very much. Because all that Garrick really did, essentially, was put about 70% of his teammates offside. And Penrith just, with ease, they go through.
And then Turva runs in behind Cogger. Lachlan Croak with the arms outstretched. Said I was inconvenienced there. Not given.
And the home crowd can boo all they want, and they can think it might be a contentious decision all they want. Whoa, wait a minute. I thought the try was confirmed, but we are going upstairs. We are going... No, the try's been confirmed. There we go. Okay. There we go. You could not take that off them, for sure. You could not take that off them. From right out in front, Cleary. Easy conversion to make it 18 points to 12 in favour of the Panthers. Ruben Garrick, what was he thinking? Oh, I would love to sort out some sort of interview with him after this game. Wow, some real questionable decisions in attack from Manly so far tonight. David says, oops, see ya, Eagle. See ya, Eagles. Oh, that's fabulous. That's way funnier. I find that way funnier than I probably should. The see ya, Eagles. Well, that's what they did to themselves there. A kick on tackle one. They just received the ball from Nathan Cleary's kick. They were inside their own 20-metre line. Oh, Ruben Garrick. I really want to know what was going through his head. That was All Blacks-like counter-attack there, Shack of Hearts. That was so impressive. And now, look at where they are. Now the Panthers, as they go straight through, Sorensen just dragged down by the coattails on the fifth and last. 20 out now. Penrith well and truly on the front foot. Oh, Garrick's made a mess of it at the back. It's tapped back by the Panthers. Oh, we need to have a look at this. Lealta has tapped this back. If it stays in the field of play, it could be a try. Ruben Garrick failing to secure the ball. It was scrappy at the back. We could see absolutely anything be called here. But if this ball has stayed in the field of play, Ruben Garrick may have just gifted the Panthers another try. It's knocked back here from Garrick. He touches it again. Lealta. It's play on. Lealta. What does he do here? Oh, Lealta's not planted the ball. Has he lost it forward or was he shoveling that back? That's going to be a big call here. Is Lealta tapping this ball back or is he trying to plant it? He's knocked it on. There we go. Oh, Ruben Garrick breathes a massive sigh of relief because he's already given away one. Can you imagine if he gave away another? That would have taken embarrassment to a brand new level if Garrick gives away 2 tries within 2 minutes. And Penrith just... I don't know if they've gone up a gear or if Manly have just gone off the boil here. But Penrith could very easily sneak away with this game now, quite comfortably. There's absolutely no secret about it, James Jason Bourne. Absolutely no secret about it at all. The Panthers are my dad's team. And I've made it no secret at all that if/when, leaning towards when the Sharks get knocked out, I am all on board with the Panthers. I do apologise. I thought there was no secret about that at all. Oh, it's off the back of the head of Saab. And it falls kindly for Penrith. That could have bounced anywhere off that big giraffe neck. Captain Redbeard says new meaning to get back to New South Wales Cup to a new level. Shack of Hearts, Manly, unfortunately for them, because they have played so well, but they've beaten themselves in the last couple of sets. Absolutely. Ben Trebojevic has fouled his HIA, as if we didn't know. You can't smack your head into Aaron Wood's knee and not foul your HIA. It's that simple. There would have been something horribly wrong with the system if Ben Trebojevic was cleared for HIA. Oh, Brad Parker's failed his HIA as well. So both Manly players have failed their HIAs. So that's huge. Now Manly spread it wide, getting the ball off, but Vaega can't hold on to it. And it's going to be a knock on. Well, Shack of Hearts, I thought you could only activate the extra man in a case of foul play. I just overheard the TV commentary say that the extra man for Manly has been activated. I'm struggling to understand how or why. Well, to be fair, James Jason, the Sharks are technically still in it at the moment, so I'm not quite a Panthers fan yet. It's only when... Oh, Shack of Hearts. You can activate the 18th man if you have 2 or more concussions a game. There you go. Our stats man in the back is all over it. But yeah, James Jason, to be fair, the Sharks are technically still in it, so I'm not a fan yet. It's only when the Sharks are dismissed that I will jump on board with my dad's team. So there you go, Shack of Hearts coming through once again. Our stats man at the back. You can activate the 18th man if you have 2 or more concussions in a game. So there we go. Brad Parker, Ben Trebojevic, both failed their HIAs in very quick succession. 18th man activated. And we have a lifting penalty here against Jake Trebojevic, and it is a gift 2 points right out in front. And this, if I had the emojis ready, this is where I would be slamming the take the 2 emoji. Take the 2. And they are indeed taking the 2 from right out in front to take a 20 points to 12. 20 points to 12 lead.
Just shy of 5 finals. Clearing adds 2 points. It's 20 points. Downstairs to you, Jake. The Panthers edging a little bit further ahead in this one, but if you haven't heard the breaking news today, guys, the breaking news is that once again we will be able to hear from the players this weekend across the round of footy, because Peter V'landys and the NRL team have met with Clint Newton and the RLPA, and they have finally had an agreement in principle, dependent on documentation. The RLPA members must ratify the deal, but for now, the players have dropped their action. They will be speaking to the broadcasters over the weekend. It'll be good to hear from them after what's been a long process.
Penalty goal successful. Farsi, ahoy there, mate. 20 points to 12, Panthers. Dan Jam says you should get a sponsorship from Tooheys for that. I like it. I like it, Dan Jam, except for the fact that I'd have to drink Tooheys. I like it. It makes sense, though. Wasted World of Sports presents the Tooheys. Take the 2. Narshawn Granjan, go Panthers. That my team. Full support to you guys. Watch all the way from PNG. Welcome along, or back, as the case may be, to all our friends there in PNG. Oh, now Penrith a little bit too enthusiastic this time to get up. And that is a penalty. Actually, I can tell you, James Jason, this might be very interesting for everybody to know. I find it intriguing, but when I go into the analytics of the Wasted World of Sports and I go to audience, because I'm always curious about things like this. So where's everybody from? You would actually be quite surprised at the results. Okay, so Wasted World of Sports. Let's go for the past. No, let's go lifetime. Let's go lifetime Wasted World of Sports. Lifetime Wasted World of Sports. As you would expect, Australia are the top viewing country. But I guarantee you, it's by nowhere near as much as you would probably expect. So this is crazy, right? Australia, 32.9%. I would have thought it would be way more than that. I really, really did think it would be way more than that in favour of Australia. But viewership, Farsi says fancy a sorry, I got distracted. Fancy a mushroom? What kind of mushroom are we talking about? I might be interested. Anyway, things you probably shouldn't say on live stream. 32.9% Australia. In second place, 24.5% viewership. Lifetime of the channel, this is. Remember, lifetime of the channel. 24.5% Papua New Guinea. 10.2% New Zealand. 8% South Africa. 2.4% United States. 1.8% United Kingdom. 1.2% Fiji. 0.8% Samoa. 0.5% American Samoa. And 0.4% France. There you go. Some interesting viewing statistics from the Wasted Water Sports YouTube channel there. Some very interesting numbers. Callum Dickinson, ahoy. There we go. Look at that. The UK, the United Kingdom. Cheers. So, yeah, some interesting live statistics there from the Wasted Water Sports as Manly spill their beans, and it's just all starting to fall to pieces for the home team here. James Jason says you're missing a 1%. Oh, no, I'm not allowed to mention that 1% because that's from the lizard people in the middle of the earth. We're not allowed to talk about them. James Jason, we're not allowed to mention them. Callum Dickinson says, cheering on the Penrith from the UK. Penrith are well on top here now. Tackle one on halfway. Liam Martin with a big charge forward. Oh, and that's some good meters there from Liam Martin. Tackle two, Panthers, 30 out from the line. Oh, picked up and drilled in the tackle is Fisher Harris. Solid defense on this occasion from the Sea Eagles. Now they've got space out to the right. Edwards can't quite link up and get it out there. Tackle four. Manly, they're holding on. Isaiah Yeo steps inside 1, 2. He's just taken down. Fifth and last. They stay on the blind side. Cleary with the ball out to Hoskin, and not for the first time tonight. Hoskin loses the ball. on the flat pass, running into contact. He's no Izack Tago. That's the thing that they're missing at the moment, the Panthers. David says, don't forget the Tongans, bro. I will not. Absolutely. I will absolutely not forget the Tongans. I mean, I'm just reading it straight off the list as it is there. I dare say that, well, hang on. Let's go. Let's change it from lifetime until just this year. No, it's the same. Never mind. Last 7 days. See, it'll take a couple of days to catch up, is all I'm saying. As Manly try to stretch it wide. So David, if you're from Tonga, which I'm assuming, then it'll take a couple of days for that to catch up. And then Tonga will get a percentage on there, I'm sure. Bonds, ahoy there. Nathan Cleary, the Master 7. Die Hard from PNG. Gamer Mel. Oh, Gamer Mel, before you go, we must salute you once again. Gamer Mel, this channel has only had memberships active for the past... How long's this game been going for? Honestly, for about an hour before this game tonight, channel memberships have only been active for tonight. Gamer Mel, the first one to join. Thank you so much, Gamer Mel. 6 again here for the Panthers. 10 out from Manly's line. Cleary, dummies, shows the ball. Nearly gets over the line. Just centimetres short there for Nathan Cleary. His chin was over the line, but the ball wasn't. Sorry, that was mean. It's back to Cleary.
Get themselves organised once again. Right-hand side they're setting for. Hopper is left. Cleary and the back line is to the right. Go. Underneath for Fisher Harris. 3 tackles gone. With favourable, as he always provides.
Oh, Cleary the short ball to Sorensen. Sorensen nearly chopping through. They're just shy of the line again here, the Panthers. Cleary's out on the right. Has got Edwards. The short ball. Hoskin is absolutely smashed. That was a huge hit. Cleary kicks. The Panthers tap it back. Cleary keeps it alive. It's been played at by Manly. It'll be 6 again. 6 more tackles. Stephen Crichton this time can just settle the play down. Will they land the killer blow here? 17 and a half minutes to go. 10 out from the line. Yo out to the right. Edwards. Short ball. Hoskin to To'o. To'o steps. Plants the ball down. Scores in the corner and wins it for Penrith. Well, I mean, he doesn't win it for Penrith, but that stamps the authority on this game for the Penrith Panthers. Brian To'o in the corner. 24 points to 12. 17 minutes to go. It's taken them some time to get it correct. Hoskin has not really been on song tonight. But they get it right this time, Penrith. And To'o gets a try. Penrith go up 24-12. And that will surely be the game. I can't picture a scenario where Manly come back in the last 16 minutes to overrun this deficit against a defensive structure like the Panthers. Try time in the corner. Brian To'o.
Makes it more impressive, Warren. That's a great point you made. The fact that he was hit so hard, only seconds before playing up.
Farsi says Manly must rue, kicking the pill away every chance they could. There were some really surprising first tackle kicks tonight from Manly, weren't there, Farsi? Schuster on the intercept. Take the tackle. Ruben Garrick receiving the kick inside his own 20. Kicking it straight back. I didn't even think there was that much space in behind. David, thank you so much, mate. Cheers. Yeah, looking forward to some more games as well. Extremely looking forward to the Rugby World Cup coming up later as Nathan Cleary, his unfavoured side, out on the sideline. It just fades away past the near upright and it remains 24-12. I suppose they're still in it, technically speaking. Manly still in this game with that misconversion. Oh, yes, Wasted World of Sports. So excited for the Rugby World Cup. As much as we're not a fan of Fozzie, and we can't wait for Scotty Razor Robertson to take over the All Blacks squad, we will obviously be cheering on the All Blacks all Rugby World Cup. Coming up soon here on the channel, just a month away. Fisher Harris up to halfway. Feeds Cleary with a hospital pass. Manages to stand firm, though, on the halfway line. Farsi says you have money on Oz and Eddie. Have you not been watching what's been happening, Farsi? Poor Eddie Jones, he's at 0% win rate at the moment since taking over the Wallabies. Is he not? 0%? I actually feel like this could be the year that Fiji may finally get that World Cup win over the Wallabies. Honestly, heard it here first. Jump on it. As soon as the betting market opens for Fiji versus the Wallabies. Oh, Jake Trebojevic, of all people, the clumsiest of errors on tackle 4. And Penrith will be within striking distance. And they can really put this game to bed now, Penrith. Yeah, speaking of sports betting and trading, that's one that I'm really interested in keeping an eye on. Honestly, Fiji, I want to see what Fiji are paying against the Wallabies because I reckon there'll be some serious money to be made off a trade on that one. I'll keep you guys posted on that. We'll do some segments on that. I'll talk to my dad about it. Oh, by the way, now that channel memberships have been launched, as Penrith are attacking the line here, 10 out through Cleary. Now that channel memberships are activated on the channel, we're going to be doing a pilot episode of a vodcast as Isaiah Yeo now puts his head down. Oh, he's close to the line, but he's driven backwards. 5th and last here, Panthers. I'll come back to that in a break in play. Cleary out the back now to Hoskin. Cuts back in field. It's the 5th and last, Hoskin, you great big galoot. And he just takes the tackle and a very meek and meaningless surrender and handover there for the Panthers. So, yeah, we've got Wasted World of Sports. Now that the channel is fully monetized and we've got channel memberships and everything, next Wednesday. So, yeah, next Wednesday night, around about 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Look, it'll be on the channel. We will very much pre-announce it on the channel. Don't you worry. 6:30, 7 o'clock, sometime around there. For about half an hour, my dad and I are going to go live on the channel for the very first ever Generations vodcast. We're going to be talking all things generational footy. The footy back in his day, the footy in my day, our day, how it's all changed. And we will certainly touch on some sports betting because we are both very much into that. So that is something that will come up over the course of the Generations Vodcast. Fiji, Wallabies, Rugby World Cup. I'm very keen to see what the opening odds are on that. But anyways, Bonds, ahoy there, mate. What are you drinking, beer or cola? I am very keen on a sweet little drop of Captain Morgan's spiced rum and cola. That is all the rage for me at the moment, my friend. Manly have got the ball. They are not out of this contest on the scoreboard. 24 points to 12. 11 minutes. There's plenty of time to score 2 tries. Can they do it, though? They are on the attack. Holy moly. Olakau'atu charging forward towards the line. They're inside the 10. They get a 6 again. Oh, they have to strike here, Manly. This is a golden opportunity. Schuster at the back to Garrick. Into space and then popping a ridiculous all or nothing pass. Madison. Oh, Manly have just not done themselves any favours tonight. Schuster kicking the ball off an intercept. Garrick kicking the ball on tackle 1. Madison, tackle 1. A 6 again, set repeat. Inside the Panthers' 10-metre line. An all or nothing pop pass. Just hold on to it. Hold on to the ball. Earn the right to make those plays. Jacob Arthur getting ready to come onto the field for Manly. That'll be interesting to see. Jacob Hart says, you know what really interests me is 68 minutes in and we haven't had a single captain's challenge. That is interesting. I feel like Manly had one. I might be thinking of something else, I suppose. I don't really know how to look that up. I could be imagining things, but I thought Manly had one in the first half. Anyway, not to worry. Cherry Evans keeps the ball alive now. Croker looking for somewhere to go. It's frantic, helter-skelter stuff now for Manly. Jobo out the back now. Oh, loose carry again. It must be pretty greasy there. Captain Redbeard says the ball is pretty greasy. It has to be. We've seen another juggle. 5th and last. Cherry Evans puts it high. Saab, the big giraffe, up above everybody. Pops it back. It's still the 5th. It's lost forward here by the Panthers. And now it's lost forward by Manly. Oh, do we come back and play advantage? The try line was beckoning. The try line was beckoning there for Manly. Oh, that was painful to watch for the Sea Eagles. Saab gets up above everybody, flicks it backwards. The second kick from Olakau'atu. Frantic goal line defence from Penrith. This is why they're reigning premiers and looking odds on to be premiers again. Moments in a game like that, they did not need to be as intense as they were, in all honesty. And now, taken a bit high there by Cherry Evans, potentially no. 5th and last. Cleary puts the ball up. Manly will let it bounce. Oh, that's dangerous. Garrick, you've got to attack that ball. It's worked out all right for them, Manly, but geez, Garrick was putting himself in a position to look foolish again. Farsi says Australia are $1.35 to top their pool. Yeah, see, I would actually go, okay, we will do a segment before the Rugby World Cup. We will absolutely do a segment, my dad and I, on the Generations Vodcast, which is starting next Wednesday. The very first ever live Generations Vodcast. Cherry Evans from inside the 40. He's got a good angle on it. Cherry Evans. It stays in field, though. It's not going to hook towards the sideline. And To'o will get back and collect it. But it was still a quality kick. Puts his team on the front foot. But yes, if Australia are paying $1.35 to top their pool, there are some serious trading opportunities there throughout the course of the pool stages with that price. We will definitely investigate those on the live streams every Wednesday night. Generations. Dan and Dad. Generations of sports. Just shooting the breeze for 30 minutes or so each and every Wednesday, and we do invite you all to come and join us. Inside the last 6 minutes now, 12 points the difference. You get the feeling it's gotten away from Manly a little bit here, but they can hold their heads high over that first half performance. It fell away a little bit in the second, but I have to give them credit for staying within striking distance. And now they've created some space out wide for Jason Saab. He can only go as far as the Panthers' 40-metre line, though, on tackle 4 before he's cut down. Cherry Evans will kick into the corner. Early, Taruva's back for it, taps it down, secures it, fires it back across in the end goal to Edwards. Edwards now fires it across to To'o. Panthers nearly creating space on the outside from their own goal line. I mean, that would have been the ultimate slap in the face if they broke away there. But Manly do number up, slide across, and shut it down. Now it opens up in midfield. Coggan nearly gets through. Wins a penalty, though, for the Panthers. 4.5 minutes to go. Shack of Hearts, 100%, mate. 100%. You almost don't want to kick to them. I don't understand why Manly are kicking to the Panthers early in the tackle count as frequently as they are. As early as tackle 1. Penrith have just looked so slick on the counter-attack.
Penrith have a guaranteed top 2 finish in round 27, no matter what happens in that game.
Potential crusher here, and it is. Oh, take the 2! 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 Ah, that's tapped and gone. I really need that. I really need the take the 2 emoji. The Wasted World of Sports chat room needs the take the 2 emoji. 3.5 minutes now as this game starts to wind down to its close. Cleary back in field. Fisher Harris feeds it out to Smith. Smith now changes direction. Comes back in field. Crichton to Cogger. Loses it forward, Cogger. And Manly hold on. They've got this last 3 minutes now to try and accomplish something here, Manly. They must throw caution to the wind now.
Just give it to the big line. What a shot from Cleary. It's a sprint once again. They'll finish as they began. attention, it's clear on the second play of the game, a big shift to the left-hand side. That opens some eyes. They kept going with it. And eventually trying to use the ball in the second half. Under the pressure, chasing the scoreboard as well. And it's really hurt them. And the errors eventually starting to roll for this Manly team.
Inside the last 2 minutes now, 30 metres gained for Manly. The kick goes straight down the throat of Edwards. Dylan Edwards, Mr. Reliable, perfectly positioned as he usually is. A minute and a half to go. I don't think you'll see too much caution to the wind now. Bonds says Cogger off to Newcastle. This is the thing with the Panthers at the moment, isn't it? The Panthers have just got this production line of players and they're all leaving, but there's just next one up, next player up, next cab off the rank. And they just fill that position that's been vacated. And it's like nothing's been missing. Mitch Kenny and Sonny Luke. Penrith have not missed Coruscant at all. As 7 now, 30 seconds to go. It's the fifth and last. Penrith are 10 out now. Crichton to Cleary. Cleary puts the grubber kick in. It's loose at the back. And Schuster saves the day. Kicks it dead. It'll be a goal line dropout. They probably won't even have time for the dropout, to be honest. So that should be theoretically the end of the game. Cherry Evans has put the mouth guard in the sock. They're not even going to bother with the restart. Farsi says Haas, pain in the Haas off to the Wallabies. I don't think so. He's just trying to bump up his contract. I would laugh though, like not. It's hard to say because it's probably not necessarily Payne's problem. If that makes sense. It'd be his manager. His manager would be having a lot to say in this scenario. But Payne and the Haas, they're clearly trying to bump up his contract again. Clearly. So it's not necessarily all on him. But if the Broncos have to make a serious decision, don't they? I mean, they've got Pat Carrigan's on peanuts, and he's going to be coming up for renewal. Reece Walsh is on peanuts. He's going to be coming up for renewal. Ezra Mam is on peanuts. He's going to be coming up for renewal. They're going to have to make a serious decision, the Broncos. Do we want to upgrade Payne Haas, who is already on a fortune? Do we want to upgrade him at the risk of losing these guys who are all well and truly in for an upgrade of contract? The Broncos are really going to feel a salary cap burn in the coming years for certain. That said, yeah, I don't think they're any threat to win the premiership this year. But I digress. That's something that we can talk about on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, as I said, the very first, the pilot episode, the debut episode, vodcast of Wasted Water Sports Generations. My dad and I collaborating for the first time in a long time on something. I actually can't remember. This might actually be the first time that my dad and I have like fully collaborated on a project. So it should be interesting. Next Wednesday night, right here at Wasted Water Sports, we'll be giving the first few episodes away for free and just see how it goes. But I dare say eventually some of our trading hints and tips might become behind the membership platform, but we'll see. We shall see. Only time will tell. Wasted Water Sports, though. Look, I'm going to keep the post-game short and sweet tonight because I've got to get up bright and early for work tomorrow. Got a very busy day. And then, of course, we do have the Friday night footy doubleheader coming up, which is going to be my Sharkies, I believe. I believe my Sharkies are playing tomorrow night. Yes, they are. 6 o'clock. Okay, Sharks, Titans, Broncos, Eels. Big doubleheader tomorrow night, right here on the Wasted World of Sports. Farsi asks Dan, where's Albert Kelly? I'll try and find out for you, and I'll come back to you on that one, because I have no idea. Wasted World of Sports, thank you so much, everybody, for your company. As always, very much appreciated. Thank you very much for the super chats and for the memberships. As I always say, very much appreciated, but certainly not expected. I'll catch you all tomorrow, Friday night footy. Until then, cheers, my friends. His ass is hanging out as he makes a break upfield. Stepping back. Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Cameron Munster's now putting his balls in Nick Meaney's face.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.